Hey y'all, before we get into this exclusive interview with Ottawa Senators prospect Joey Daccord, newly re-signed Sens prospect Joey Daccord, a few announcements. Firstly, we are less than 50 subscribers away from 1,000 subscribers. Firstly, I love y'all. Thank you so much for the support. But if you're not already, click that red button down there, subscribe to us, and turn the notifications on so you get notified whenever we upload a new video. I really appreciate the support I've been getting. I love y'all so very much. Thank you. As well, please follow me on Twitter at @Senstalk_. Plenty of tweets there. That's where you can find everything from me. And most importantly, within the next week or two, we will be having an RFA recap. That will be with Connor Brown. That will be with Chris Turney, Christian Yaros, JC Boudin. We're going to recap all the RFAs and their signings. I felt that with Chris Turney coming up very soon, potentially, Connor Brown's a big deal. I love the deal, but we're going to get into that in a longer video. I want there to be more content for you guys and girls. But, that should be out soon, especially since Turney should be done in the next week or two. And then we're also going to have Igor Kravchuk's interview out on Tuesday or Wednesday from the Best of 7 podcast. So stay tuned for that. Now enjoy this great exclusive interview with Sens prospect Joey Daccord. All right, we are joined here with Ottawa Senators prospect Joey Daccord. Thank you so much, Joey, for joining the show once again.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Now, speaking of the contract, a 3-year deal. How did that contract come to fruition? What started the contract negotiations, and how did the negotiations go?
Well, Ottawa gave me their qualifying offer to retain my rights, and just started talking with my agent, and my agent came to me with kind of the situation and presented to me kind of where they were at, and for me, it was a no-brainer. So I'm super excited that we were able to get it done, and couldn't be excited to be extended for 3 more years with Ottawa.
Now, speaking of the 3 years, the third year of this deal, it's a one-way contract on that third year. Was that a focal point about this contract extension with the Ottawa Senators? What came into play for you having a one-way deal on the third year? And I'm going to have a follow-up question after you answer that one.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was definitely important. Just for them to show that confidence in me was huge, right? That's all I really wanted is just that belief in me, and I think for them to show that with the contract they gave me is something that I'm super excited about, and I'm really grateful to the Sens organization for giving me that opportunity to continue to prove myself here.
Now, what's the tandem going to look like in Belleville next year? Because right now we're going to assume it's Murray and Hogberg. You never know, right? But that's just what it's been seen to be written as stone, anyways, for the starting goaltender and backup goaltender position for Ottawa. But the AHL with Gustafsson and now you, Joey Daccord, what's that looking like? Is it going to be a 1A, 1B situation, or is it going to be you're the starter, Gustafsson the starter? Have you had conversations with Trent Mann and Troy Mann about that yet?
No, I'm not really. I don't really get caught up in that stuff, just because when I get the opportunity to play, I'm going to try to play the best that I can and do whatever I can to help the team win. But you hardly ever go into a season, especially in the AHL is a really developmental league, right? Yeah. So everyone's just trying to get ice time and make it to the NHL. And for all of us, forwards, D, goalies, when we get an opportunity, we're going to try to make the most of it. Mm-hmm. So whether, one of us is playing more games than the other, doesn't matter. We're all really supportive of each other. And we all know that our end goal is for all of us to end up in the NHL. And that if we play well, then we'll take care of that ourselves. So, I'm excited to have Mando around. Mando just signed this summer as well. And he's a good friend of mine. And Gus is a good buddy too, and we all just cheer each other on, and we have a really supportive group of goalies.
Now, sorry.
No, I'm just gonna say even Mads Sogard too. He's been around last year now, and he's an awesome kid, and I'm looking forward to when Ottawa signs him too, because we're going to have a lot of fun goalies to hang out with.
Yeah, I was with that. That was literally my next question. What's it like? There's 6 or 7 goalie prospects now in the system who, in my opinion, all 6 or 7 have immense potential to be starters in the National Hockey League. So what's that relationship like with, those fellow goaltenders? Do you have a group chat? Do y'all hang out? What's that relationship like? Because it's a very important one to have with your fellow goaltenders, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's unreal. We have a great connection, all of us, especially the younger guys. Me, Mando, and Mads, the 3 of us are the 3 muskateers running around. At Dev Camp last year and training camp, we just had the best time all hanging out and going for dinner every night. And those guys, they're awesome kids and really great goalies. And Mando signed, and next up will be Mads, and then I'll still be here. So
Yeah.
it'll be fun to be able to hang out with all those guys some more and play some good hockey together.
Now, what's the relationship like with Pierre Gru, the Senators goaltending coach, especially with 6 or 7 new goaltending prospects in the system within the last few years? What's that relationship been like one-on-one with the Senators goaltending coach?
I mean, he's always been awesome for me. Like him and I have had a super strong connection ever since I signed, and even before that when I was, in Arizona, and we were just talking about the future. So he's been super supportive of me and always been, a pleasure to work with, and he's a really awesome guy. So, I've been fortunate enough to work with a lot of great goalie coaches in my career, and he's one of them.
Now, before we move on to the fan questions, because I know you're a little busy right now, Joey, and I want to make sure you can get back to what you're doing, I do want to ask one more question. The Sens unveiled those beautiful, fire 2D jerseys on draft week. Now, I'm wondering, Joey, you're going to get the opportunity, I'm sure, in the near future to get to wear those jerseys. So what's your initial reaction to those stunning new Ottawa Senators jerseys?
Oh, they're sick. Yeah, the black ones are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even the white ones are just really clean and sharp, but the black ones are awesome. So I've already been formulating my ideas for what I'm gonna be wearing. Next season.
What's the setup gonna look like?
I can't tell you.
Come on, Joey. We want the inside scoop here. Come on.
No, you'll see when I roll it out. All right. Come on.
True. I am very, very much looking forward to that because you have some of the nicest sets in the league, and I'm a guy that appreciates a nice set of pads and a nice mask in a goaltender. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with. Now let's get to some fan questions here. First one from @ScottScaro on Twitter. Now the question is, goaltending is a unique position in that there are really only 2 jobs per team. How do you manage your own expectations when the team signs a new goaltender, for example, obviously Matt Murray, and now clearly has a plan with you involved with the club? So what is that looking like right now? What are your expectations?
I think the biggest thing is to not put expectations on anything, right? Like, for me, I'm just going to go and try to take advantage of any opportunity that I'm given and try to play as good as I possibly can whenever I'm on the ice. And I remember listening to a podcast a few years ago where Ben Bishop was talking about basically this exact situation. And he just said, like, it's so hard at the NHL level to be a full-time NHLer. Like, it's so hard. There's so many good prospects and good players that you're always going to have competition, and no matter where you go, you're going to have to play better than someone else. So for me, I just try to go make the most of my opportunities wherever they are, and hope to be the best goalie that I can be when I get those opportunities.
Now we are potentially looking at a shorter season, and especially with the AHL, potentially with the NHL as well. So now I'm not going to ask you any question about what that season's going to look like, because neither you or I definitely know yet. We don't know what's going to happen with the season, but Patrick Weldon 13 asks, what's your goal for a shorter season? Do you have increased expectations? Well, I know you just spoke about expectations, pardon me, but do you have a feeling that in a shorter season you have to prove more because there's less games to show yourself?
No, I don't think so. It's tough. I mean, for me, like, I think the biggest thing in a shortened season is to just try to get your rhythm as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Right? Like, sometimes when you have a longer season, if you have a slow start or, and even if you have a really fast start and then cool off quickly, like, all you really try to do is just find your rhythm as quick as possible and just get your flow, because it's been a long time since we played hockey here. So, I just try to get in my rhythm and be the best goalie I can be and just work hard and learn from the older guys and just be a good pro and hope to have success when I get my chances on the ice.
Now, before I ask one of the last questions that I received, I'm also wondering personally, the NHL announced recently that training camps for the 7 teams that were not in the playoffs would have extended training camps. Would prospects be involved in that in a larger camp because you guys lost the development camp? Or have you not heard anything about that yet?
Yeah, no, we don't know. We don't really know yet. We haven't been told a whole lot.
Okay,
we just keep basically being told that it's a developing situation, and they're gonna keep us updated as we go once things are official.
Well, here's hoping that you can get that opportunity to get on the ice, because like you said, it's been quite a long time. Now, one of the last questions from Twitter, @GoRiders_ asks, what does Matt Murray bring to the Senators organization?
2 Stanley Cups.
Yeah, there you go.
He's got an unbelievable track record, and he's an awesome goalie.
Yeah.
You know, he got his opportunity, and he made the most of it. And you know, that goes without saying. He's got an incredible track record, and he's proved that he's one of the best goalies in this league. And you know, 2 cups kind of speaks for themselves.
Amen to that. Amen to that. The future's looking very bright for Ottawa. We got an abundance of young goaltending prospects. We have a 2-time Cup champion now between the pipes. New jerseys, Evgeny Dadonov, Brady Tkachuk, Tim Stützle, Thomas Chabot. The future's looking very bright. That also includes you, Joey Daccord. Congratulations on the 3-year contract extension. I look forward to speaking to you very, very soon. Be sure to drive safe, man.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Appreciate it, man. Thanks again for joining the show.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, that was Ottawa Senators prospect Joey Daccord, the goaltender. Once again, an absolute pleasure to have him on the show like usual. You know, very excited for him to have that contract extension with Ottawa. And like I mentioned with him, I think it's very interesting having the 3rd year being you know, a one-way deal, and I'm interested to see what happens in the future in the goaltending for Ottawa. Do they move on from Hogberg? Who knows, right? So we're gonna see what happens. But I think Joey Daccord, I think Hogberg. We have so many players in this organization, so many goaltenders that have such immense potential to be starters. And Joey Daccord certainly could be that starter of the future. It wouldn't be shocking to me at all. So because of that, it's very cool to have him on the show. I appreciate him taking time out of his day to join the show, and I hope you all enjoyed that exclusive interview with newly extended Ottawa Senators prospect goaltender Joey Daccord. So besides that, thank you for watching. Please follow me on Twitter @SensDoc_. Tweet there plenty. Like me on Facebook at SensDoc. Add us to the circles on Google+, SensDoc. Click the big red button down there and subscribe to us. By the way, less than 50 subscribers away from 1,000. Let's hit 1,000 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. Click that notification bell so you get notified whenever we upload a video. SensDocCentral.com is where we update that every single day. It's our website, so be sure to check that out. Some articles and stuff are there. The Best of 7 podcast can be found there too. Be sure to watch that and listen to that, stream it wherever you can. The next episode of the Best of 7 podcast should be out Tuesday or Wednesday. It really all depends on my schoolwork. So we shall see, ladies and gentlemen, but that should be out soon. And there was a delay. I posted an announcement for why there was a delay and everything, an update really on the RSS feed, on the Spotify, or whatever. You can listen to my explanation there. But besides that, I hope you all enjoyed this interview. It was a lot of fun to do. Joey's a great guy. I look forward to seeing what he can do in the next 3 years plus with the Ottawa Senators. But besides that, thank you for watching. I'll see you all very soon. And like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, or interview, pardon me, we will have an RFA recap very soon, and Connor Brown with that extension, 3 years at 3.6. We're going to get into all that. Once Chris Turney's signed, we're going to have a little bit of a recap. So stay tuned for that video and much more in the future. Thank you all for watching. Go Sens, go.